Hello everyone and welcome back to another Universe Sandbox 2 video, and today we have a pretty special video actually, so I'll just get straight into this. So, 1 year ago, if anyone was around that long ago, you may have seen the very first ever modded object. Now before we get into that, I just want to go and show you what the days were like before you could mod. So, you used to get stuff like this. This was these ones right here, these gas giants. These were probably the closest to a all coloured looking gas giant you could get, because if we go to, for instance, if we go to random exoplanet or random gas giant, sorry, if we just go to these, you used to get stuff like this, as you can see, just random colours all mixed, with the very rare chance that you would get objects like these where they were all the same colour pretty much. You can see pretty much most of these are all the same colour. I know a few of them are slightly different, but yeah, you get the point. Most of the objects you used to be able, or used to spawn, used to all be different colours like this. It's really hard to get colours all, or planets all in the same colour like that. And with rocky planets as well, similar with them, you couldn't change the colour with atmospheres and stuff, so you used to be able to get colours like this. This is the earth blue. We have the dark blue, which you can get in a random spawn. We've got like the very dark yellowy colour. You got the red. These are all random spawn colours that you can get. But this was what the game was like until we saw the very first ever subscribers solar system, and that subscribers solar system included this guy. Now this is the Utura planet from the Utura system, so this is Utura BS1, and this was made by a guy called Some Dumb Gamer. He's not around anymore for an unknown reason. I've not heard from him in a while, but yeah, this was the very first ever modded object shown on this channel. Now I believe maybe even the very first modded object ever. I don't know, because I don't know if other people have made them but never shown them, or if there's something I'm missing. But yeah, no, to my knowledge, this is the very first ever modded object in my eyes. So yeah, this is Utura BS1. This was some dumb gamer's very first solar system, which was shown in the original episode of checking out a subscriber's solar system. Now this was absolutely huge, because being able to change the colour of the atmosphere then led to us being able to make planets with atmospheres that you couldn't get normally. So all of those like regular colours there, they were always quite dull, but that changed when you could start making stuff like this. So we've got like the modded green was the biggest one, the biggest atmosphere. So we've got a few variants of green here. We have the Neptune blue, which I actually made myself. So now we would be in the sort of first era of modding, the very first types of objects. So it was all very basic stuff at the time, pretty much a year ago, where the only things known that you could do was change the colour of the atmosphere. And then obviously we had the time where you could start to make coloured gas giants. So we've got a few variants of obviously the coloured atmosphere here, slightly thicker atmosphere on some of them. Then we have Pascal. The obviously having the modded green enabled me to be able to make my favourite planet here, Pascal, with its beautiful green clouds and all of that stuff. So if we zoom out from all that now, we then had the power to make modded gas giants. So just got a few basic colours here. These were the very first ones. So these were made by Some Dumb Gamer and Goomba Fan. Not heard from him. Not seen him in ages as well. He left the channel a while back as well. So yeah, the two original modders, pretty much the two biggest original modders, they're gone now, which is kind of sad, honestly, because these are the guys who started it all. So yeah, we had Goomba and Some Dumb Gamer who made these objects here. I can't remember who made which ones, but I know for a fact that Goomba and Some Dumb Gamer, along with myself, putting them all into a simulation together, they created these objects, and then I showed them off in videos. So we got them like here, and also I've got loads of different templates of the coloured gas giants. If I go to the very bottom here, we've got all these different colours. These are all like the original sort of template colours for the gas giants like this. So you can see there's magenta, maroon, mint, green, orange. Like, we've got plenty of colours here. So yeah, there are the gas giants, but then moving on. This is where probably this thing, we'll keep an eye on this object as well, because this will be further down the timeline as well. But this is the original, what even is this object? So I've shown this off in a few videos before, and this object, I remember Some Dumb Gamer told me he didn't know how he made this. This was this was created on accident. Now, the thing that's always weird of this is it is a rocky planet, but it's got these very like weird looking clouds on it, all in a different rainbow colour like this, and it sort of reminds me of the planet Westeros here, which you can actually get in the game, where it's basically a very cloudy, mishmashy Earth. As you can see here, the Earth is very it's like a painting. It's been like all mixed up almost. Like, it's like a very messed up painting with the way that's done. It's all blurry almost. And that's what the what even is this object reminded me of. Now this was all created by accident, but this object did help a few people further down the road in modding. So that is all of the very first era of modding, the very first era. So this was all took part over pretty much a whole year ago now. This video is pretty much coming out on the exact time that we saw the very first modded object in the form of Utura B back over, where is it? Yeah, there it is, Utura BS1, the very first ever modded object. So yeah, that object sparked all of this in the very first generation of modding. But anyways, moving on now to the second generation of modding. So there we go, so we got them here. And also, actually, I will go to this little side path as well. Us being able to change the colour of atmospheres and change the thickness of them, that enabled us to make custom variants of obviously Mercury here with the grey atmosphere. We've got Dust Storm Mars. We also have Pluto here with a white atmosphere. Then obviously we could finally make a proper good Uranus. Then obviously we have a good Neptune, and then we have a good Jupiter. Now these two here were made further down the road, but yeah, I'm just showing off at the point that being able to mod enabled us to make stuff like this. So anyways, moving on to the second era of modding now. And also I'd mention as well the background in this simulation is also a custom one, but the original credit for making those goes to Mr. Missalot. Yeah, he was the first one to make the background like this. But anyways, second era now. We have got the start of the banded planets. So here are the original 3 here. So we've got, yeah, these were made by Some Dumb Gamer as well. These were his last objects that he sent me, I believe. These guys here. We've also got the custom trays 2B and then the very shiny objects. So yeah, before we go on to the banded stuff, we've got the very shiny, which basically is very, very bright, very, very reflective object. Then we have the complete opposite of the spectrum with trays 2B here, which if you turn the temperature all the way down to 0, I don't know if we can do it right now. I can't click play for obvious reasons. But yeah, this guy is completely dark. You can barely see the clouds. It's just a black sphere, pretty much. So yeah, there is that. But anyways, moving on to, yeah, these guys. The very, very first banded objects, which debuted in the Lime solar system, if anyone remembers that. So yeah, the very first time we saw Era 2 objects was in the Lime Green solar system with these guys. Now, when I first saw these, I thought they were the coolest things pretty much ever. And obviously they're still going today. They have sparked a range of different colours, types, bands, all these different banded types. I know all of you guys have created these over the months, and we have got tons of different versions of all of these banded objects. And I have even more, I just haven't even placed them all, but yeah, we've got a ton of them. So yeah, that is all the banded objects. But then anyways, moving back onto the reflective objects, that also sparked reflective gas giants. Now I've thrown these guys in here because these objects weren't created when the shiny object was, but I thought I'd put them here anyway because they are still the same generation, or like same sort of breed of object as the shiny object, so that's why I've left them there. But anyways, now moving on to the third era, which is an era which has pretty much just ended, actually, because we've got some new things. I've got some very exciting things to show you further on in this video. But yeah, Era 3 now, which this era probably went on for quite a while, actually. So, Era 3. Now, going back to the what even if this object, we had people like Mr. Missalot, for instance, who made this. Now, this is the party Earth. Now, I have shown this in a video before, but yeah, this is basically the texture, or like, I know he's taken code from the original what even if this, and he's put an Earth texture on it to make this. And he's also given it a pink atmosphere as well, which makes it look like that. But he's basically taken the texture from it and mixed it with an Earth to create this, which is really, really cool. So it's basically a rainbow Earth. And then he also, I can't remember if he made this, but I know someone made this, and this was the rainbow pool ball. This was basically that what even if this texture, but on a pool ball this time, which is pretty cool. And then we also have this thing here, which is a Westeros. This is another Westeros object, but it's actually on a gas giant this time. You can see it's a black gas giant, but with like the Westeros sort of clouds to it, like the Earth sort of clouds. Westeros is a very weird object to explain. Yeah, Westeros and then the what even if this, they are the craziest objects pretty much in the game. And it's pretty crazy how the what even if this was made in the very first era, but it wasn't really altered in any way till the third era, which we're in right now. So yeah, anyways, moving on, we've also got the crazy, or I know them as the fire god planets, but yeah, we've got the original, the very first version here. This was actually made before fire god. This is the Aton object right here. And then we'll see we've got some of your guys' Pascals, because I thought I'd throw them in as well with the crazy clouds. So yeah, the fire god, the crazy cloud objects. Now these are some of my favourite modded objects. If you look at them, the clouds are so visible, it's absolutely crazy. These are definitely my favourite objects, or one of my favourite modded object breeds. I mean, they just look absolutely amazing the way they're done. Also, the clouds look really, really cool. So yeah, there are those. Now we're moving on to the very first of the tinted objects. So if you don't know, you can actually like tint the colour of objects. So that therefore means you can change the colour of the surface to make it look really weird. So as you can see right now, this all has a green surface, but the land doesn't look entirely green. You can see there's a slight bluish tint to it. And also, if we look around the back, you can tell the planet's been tinted because it has green city lights on it. And going on to these guys as well. If we go on to these guys here, so we've got Trantor here. If I can I just zoom out? It's not really going right well. There we go. So we've got Trantor here, and this one has red city lights, and the North Pole is red as well. You can see because it's got a red tint on it, and makes the ice red. And if we look around the back, red city lights. That is really, really cool. And then we have this one over here. This is also one of my custom ones. This one has yellow city lights. So instead of having the regular colour, if you tint an object, you can change the colour of city lights. So yeah, we've got that. Then moving down here, we've also got like the start of where people really wanted to change our solar system objects. So here's a tinted Callisto. We saw this the other day. This is a darkened Callisto to make it look a little more like the real one. And then we now have the solar system objects. Now, these ones are quite cool. It's basically where, I know a few of you like this trend, where you give our solar system objects a white atmosphere, add a bit of water, make it look really, really terraformed. So we've got a few variants of these. We've also got these ones here. These are Anomalous ones, where he's given it a sort of green sort of tint. Oh, I always forget the word. But yeah, he's given it the greenish sort of tint to it, which is looking really cool. It's not organics. It's I can't remember, but it's the thing Earth has where you give it the green. I can never remember that word, but yeah, it's basically where you give it a white atmosphere, and then the surface colour is made to look more like an Earth. And there's also two sort of variants of these sort of like terraform solar system objects. You have like the white atmosphered ones, but then you have the ones which have the different colour. That doesn't really matter what atmosphere colour they are. But then you got these ones. So this here is a Mars, but it actually has an Earth texture on it. So it sort of gives the colour scheme of like actual like Earth colours. You can see like this is that area is an India sort of area. I think Australia is down here. But yeah, he's basically Miss Mislot, who made these as well. It's basically an Earth texture on a different planet. So it changes the surface colour to something custom. And we've also got a Mercury here. This is a Mercury with the texture of Earth on it. So it looks really, really colonised. There's two ways of making terraform solar system objects. You can either go the route of making the surface with the slight greenish tint. I always forget the damn word. Yeah, you make them have the green. I'm just going to call them more like you add like the organics to it, make it like look more green. I can't remember the word. I'm so sorry, guys. I can never remember the damn word for adding the greenish tint to the planets like that. But anyways, moving on now. This is the next type of object we're going to be featuring. Now these, I remember when we first saw these. These are really, really cool. So these are the gas giants with atmosphere planets. So yeah, we've got a few examples here. This one is Hyper. I know this is PDT Marks 1. And we've got a few other ones here as well. So yeah, these, and you can also add city lights to these as well. But yeah, these are gas giants textures, but with atmospheres, which are really, really cool breed of objects as well. So yeah, there are those guys. So yeah, these are definitely some popular ones that people make. And then moving on to the ones down here, these are also from the sort of third era of modern. Now these are I just call them the Gasser planets. Now these are basically tinted coloured brown dwarfs, so it sort of gives the impression of a glow. It's probably one of the closest ways to get green and pink sort of stars. Then also we have a Neptune blue one over here as well. So yeah, we got these guys here, which are really, really cool. And yeah, definitely really, really nice. And a few people have made different versions of these as well, but these are the only versions I have of these objects. So yeah, there are those guys. But now, that is the first 3 eras, and this is where most of you guys go up to. Not many people have gone past this sort of area, but there is now there are some new breeds which have never been seen before on video. I have posted a few teasers of these, but moving on now. So that is all of the first 3 eras, like I said. So moving on, if I go over here to these guys, I'm going to just fly over here. So I'd like to say a massive, massive thank you to Casper for making most of these. But yeah, these are the very new ones. Now these, check these out. So this is a green star. This is to our current knowledge, this is the closest you can get to a green star. So basically, if you look at these, we've also got a blue one here, then we've got a green one with a blue atmosphere on it by the looks of it. So if we turn the atmosphere off, it's green underneath, but with a blue atmosphere. Of course, it gives it a cool vibe. But yeah, these, check these out. All green and blue coloured stars. So these are obviously not real stars. These are rocky planets with the texture of a star on them, tinted, I believe, or they've been coloured. So it gives off the impression like that. If you look at that from the front, like if we just go ahead and spawn a new one in, if I just search star, so here we go. So I've got green star. So I'm just going to go ahead and place this in. So I'm going to place that there. So if we go on, we'll go on flashlight mode, so if we look, flashlight, if you look at that from a distance, that looks like a green star, but it's only when you zoom in you can tell it's more of a rocky object. But yeah, that is a star texture under there. So that is a really, really cool discovery that Casper has made there. So yeah, we've got 3 examples of them here. We've got the blue Neptune coloured blue star. Now that is a really, really cool one. I mean, look at it. It is just so pretty. I mean, damn. So yeah, we got that one there. But now moving on. If you remember, the what even is this object, we now have a what even is this 2. Now this was actually based off the code of the original one, but yeah, look at this thing. I mean, it's in the name really. I mean, what is this? I mean, it is just a mishmash like the original one. It's just absolute mishmash. It's all to do with like the height maps and stuff, I believe. But I mean, look at this thing. I mean, look at this shadow. You can see it's pretty broken, but really, really cool nonetheless. I mean, yeah, that's a very unique object as well there. Then we've also got this guy here, which is called Leren. Now, this is an insanely red tinted object that he gave me with this, like, so yeah, these guys here, all of these objects, like a pack he gave me today for this, like, 4th generation of objects. So these are all pretty new, but this one does look like a tinted glowing object, which actually, going back to that, we've had a glowing object, but we've never had a tinted one, so I guess you could say that's a new sort of type. By the looks of it, yeah, it is a very, very bright tinted object. And then we've also got a blue one as well. Oh, look at that. That is so pretty. So yeah, there are those. And then he's also made a few little objects for us as well. So I'm just trying to find them actually. Where are they? Here we go. So they're down here. So he's also sent this in. So this is a little Earth continent object. I mean, look at this little guy. It's so cute. Little small guy there. So we got that one. Then we got the star texture as well. So this is the star texture without the atmosphere and stuff. So yeah, check that out. That is the texture of a star, but not on a star. So that is how he obviously created that big green guy there. That is really, really cool. And obviously, that's a massive thing, because we have wanted a green star since forever, since day one, pretty much, of modding. We've always said, is it possible to mod stars? And the answer to that still is no. Stars are, and black holes as well, and I guess galaxies, they're just unmoddable. There's nothing you can do to them, but the closest we can get is this now, which is a star texture on a rocky with an atmosphere, and it looks absolutely amazing. So, yeah, really well done to Casper for making that, because that is really, really cool, and no one's ever done it before. But so, yeah, he's the very first one to make this new breed of rocky planet, I guess, with a star texture with an atmosphere. It looks absolutely amazing. And then they've also got a coloured pyramid here. This is a what even is this pyramid? I mean, yeah, the Great Pyramid of Casper here. Look at this, a coloured pyramid. I believe this was done with, I believe what even is this was used to make this as well. But yeah, it's literally a rainbow pyramid. It actually looks really, really cool. So maybe I'll use it in the size comparison to represent a different pyramid this year or something. Because, yeah, that is really, really cool. So yeah, we've got these 3 little guys here as well. Then that's all of Casper's stuff. Now we're going on to what Anonymous has made here. So this is also a new generation of object where, if you look at it carefully, you'd think, oh, it's just another fire god planet. The clouds are glowing. But no, the clouds are not glowing on this. If we remove the clouds, it's actually the surface that is glowing. Now, these are the only copies I have of these. I'm not sure if anyone else, I think actually, maybe a few people have made these. I can't remember off the top of my head, but these are the only copies of these objects, or this object breed I have. Now, this is really, really cool as well, because it's the surface glows. Now, obviously back there we have the ones where the clouds glow, but this one, it's the opposite way around, where the surface actually glows. I mean, look at this. I mean, city lights on it as well, but the surface actually glows. I mean, it's really, really bright and reflective as well. It's like another sub-breed, I guess. It's not entirely new, because obviously we do have the reflective object. It's sort of like a mix between the shiny reflective objects and the fire god stuff, all on one thing. It's pretty cool there. So we've got, yeah, 2 examples of this. This one's an Earth, I believe, or was an Earth. So that's it there. So there we go. And then we've also got this type. This was made by Zane B over here. Now this is also like another sub sort of breed of object as well, where this is a bright fire god like object. So it's got really, really bright clouds, but it's also tinted to give us these bright lime green city lights. I mean, look at that. Really, really cool. So yeah, this is the only object of its kind that I have on my object list as well. So yeah, we've got like a pretty interesting list of new generation of objects here. So yeah, that previous generation, that is now, their objects would now be considered a little more old-fashioned. These are the new stuff here. Obviously, the new stars, these are definitely the highlight of this new era, is the green star the blue star, and obviously these can go in any colour. We could have a pink, a purple star, a bright yellow star. We can have any colour now. And he actually sent me a simulation where he has this star actually working and heating objects. So we'll be showing that off in a little bit. But yeah, just absolutely amazing, and well done to everyone who's contributed ever in modding, because there must be over 50. I don't even know an exact number, but I know that there's a massive amount of people who mod now. So just a massive thank you for all the objects you have sent over the year. I guess, yeah, it's a year now. So yeah, massive thank you to everyone who has sent objects in, because there's just so many in here from different people. I can't name you all, but I've just named the ones who have obviously started it all, like Goomba, and then obviously the guy who made these guys here. So yeah, Casper, massive thanks to him for making these objects for me today, because yeah, these are the main highlight of the new generation. So we obviously got the stars, we've got the new what even is this object, which really matches its name like the original one. I mean, what is going on with this thing? It looks absolutely bonkers there. And also we've got the tinted glowing object, got 2 of those, and then we've got the tinted if I go down here, the star texture. And then we also had a probe somewhere as well. I need to find that. There's a probe in here somewhere, which I don't know where it is. I have to search that up. But yeah, we've got a coloured New Horizons probe, a blue one in here. So yeah, there, all of those. And then also massive thanks to Anonymous and Zane B for sending these in, because these are also new sub-breeds as well. So yeah, these are all new in their own way. So there are those. But yeah, there is, yeah, here it is, New Horizons probe. It's actually, whereabouts is it? Can we zoom in on it? There it is. So this is a tinted New Horizons, which you wanted to show off as well. But yeah, people have obviously tinted these like types of objects in the past as well, so it's not entirely new. But yeah, you wanted to show it off anyway. So yeah, there is that. So yeah, absolutely crazy how far we've come in a year. So obviously, remember all of this. So if we go, there's Era 4, head back to Era 3, for instance, over here. So this is Era 3. All of these banded objects, the original banded objects, the glowing objects. Oh no, that's Era 2, sorry. Here's Era 3. So we've got obviously the cloudy objects. We've got the party Earth. Obviously the tinted planets with the coloured city lights. The coloured, or not the coloured, I can never remember the word, but yeah, that's it. Vegetation. That's the word. It just suddenly popped to my head. These guys have vegetation on them, which gives them the slight greenish tint. That's the word. Vegetation. So yeah, these guys have the vegetation. Then we have the Venus and Mars, or Mars and Mercury, sorry, with the Earth texture on them, which also is the second way of making like colonized solar system objects. Then we have the Gasser planets down there with the crazy tints on them. Then we have the gas giants with atmospheres, which are really cool additions. And then obviously going back to Era 2, the banded planets, the original 3 here. We've got the darkened planet, it doesn't reflect a lot of light. Then we got the reflective objects like this, so we've got very shiny. Then we've got some gas giant examples as well. And then going back to the very originals over here, so there's these guys. So it all started off with objects like this. All objects like this. And also I will add the note as well, this is not a modded object, this is actually in the game. The Westeros this is actually from a simulation as well. The Westeros has been in the game for a very long time. Now this is actually what rocky planets used to look like when you started to add hydrogen to them. They didn't just instantly turn to gas giants when you add hydrogen to rocky planets. They used to go through a phase where it started to look really mishmash like this, then it turned into a gas object. But yeah, that was removed from the game, but for some reason the texture of it is still on this one and only object, and it sort of matches or this one here, the original what even is this. Those two are kind of related. But Westeros, I'll be interested to see what people find in the code for this object. So maybe the code for this is similar to that. I have no idea. So yeah, there are those two. Actually, I can't remember if the what even is this. If I remember faintly, it may have been based off Westeros. I don't know for sure, but yeah, if any modders want to check the code of Westeros, ask me and I can send it to you. But I'm pretty sure it's in the game still anyway. So yeah, really cool. All of these, and obviously going back to the original modded objects, which was the tinted, oh no, they're not the tinted, sorry, the coloured atmospheres. These were the very first ever type of modded object, was just the coloured atmosphere, and for the time it was absolutely crazy. So it's absolutely insane how far things have come. I mean, we started off with stuff like this where you couldn't mod at all and you just had to spawn in objects for eternity trying to get ones all in the same colour. And then obviously we had the objects where you just spawned in rocky planets to try and get all the different colours which were possible. And then it all started with this little guy here, the Utura BS1, the very first ever modded object. So the white and the pinkish, the very light pinkish atmosphere here. So it looks white, but if you look carefully, it does have a slight pinkish tint in the north there. So yeah, really cool. But yeah, let's just get a lineup of all these. Why not? I mean, the amount, there's so many different types of modded objects now. I mean, take account, look how many different types of modded objects. Obviously we've got the new stars, we've got the gasser planets, we've got the banded stuff, we've got the stuff that doesn't reflect light, we've got the stuff that's really shiny, we've got the what even this is 2, more banded objects, we've got the custom solar system objects, we've got the original gas giants with no bands. Then obviously going back down here, we've got more of the shiny stuff. So you're going past all of the gas giants here. Then we have the gas giants with the city lights, the atmospheres. I mean, there's just so many now. It's absolutely insane how many different breeds of gas giants there are. So just a massive thanks to everyone who has ever participated in modding. It's absolutely insane. And I really wanted to make this video for the 1 year anniversary of modding. I can't believe it was a whole year ago now where we saw the first modded object. So yeah, 1 whole year of modding. So who knows what we could find in the next coming year. I mean, there could be a new discovery at any point, but or maybe this is the very last types of modded objects. Who knows? But yeah, we're eventually going to hit the point where there's nothing else the game can offer. We've done everything the game can allow. So I'm pretty sure the game is locked. Like you can't go into the game files and change stuff. It's all like encrypted or something. So yeah, you can't get in unless you like hacked it. But obviously no one's done that, and I don't encourage people to hack it at all. I don't endorse doing that. But yeah. So this could be it for modding. Who knows? But yeah, if you guys have got any new breeds that weren't shown in this video, then yeah, definitely go ahead and show me, because honestly I can show those off in a video as well at some point if there's any more new breeds. But anyways, moving on, let's go and end off by checking out this system that Casper has prepared for us. And actually, before I go there, he also wanted to let me know if anyone wants to ask him about these new objects he has created, so like the coloured stars here, the green star. He left this little message here. So yeah, it just says trails and orbits. So there's just a few things. But yeah, but Casper made, obviously, all of the new stuff over there. But yeah, he says also, please contact him. There's his Discord, like a name and his number there, if you want to know more about these objects. That's a little message he wanted me to mention as well. Then also going on to the background as well, he also made this like custom Milky Way for us. You can actually do this in game as well. If you play around with the saturation stuff when you customize the Milky Way background, you can actually make stuff like this. But the original idea he wanted to say was done by Mr. Missalot. So yeah, he wanted to obviously call him out on that, because he was the original guy who made a custom background like that. But yeah, anyways, moving on to this little system he has prepared to show us today. So this is the, I'm just trying to remember the name of it. I'm just looking up. The name of it was called the Star. It was called Star something. If I just search Star. It was the Star Shot system. Here we go. It's just a little mini system he's prepared. But yeah, here it is here. So this is the green star. Then he's also prepared a few planets which actually get warmed up by this star. So he's using the tidal heating feature here. So obviously the only shame, the only thing that really sucks is we can't have the star glowing. So the only way to do it is to do that. That's the only way we can have the star constantly bright. Yeah, it's just annoying it does have a night time, because obviously the object doesn't glow. It's just made to look like that, which is really, really cool. Don't get me wrong. This is a really, really cool new breed of object. But it just is kind of annoying that we can't have it glowing constantly like this. I mean, if we could keep it like that, that'd be so cool. But yeah, he's literally got all of these objects actually warmed up, like, and he's actually got a terraformed object called Anomalous actually orbiting around the green star. I mean, look at that. Let's definitely land on here and have a look. So we'll stay on flashlight mode so we can actually look at the star. But if we look around, that is a green star in the day. Look at that. I mean, let's just turn all this off. That is a green star. I mean, look how cool that is. Green star. That is probably the closest we'll ever get to a green star. Because obviously, like I said, you can't mod the actual stars in the game. These things here, you can't mod these. Like, loads of people have asked loads of times, but you can't do it. It's such a shame. And obviously the same with galaxies. I mean, black holes, I mean, you can't mod those. Oh, we got a Pascal. Hello. We've got a Pascal around here as well. So this is at -4 degrees. So yeah, it would still be habitable though around the green star. I mean, look how cool that is. That is so cool. And then we have Casper's Proxima b. Oh, yeah, I remember this one. This is the one with the crazy red clouds as well. So yeah, really, really cool objects. So yeah, really nice how the way he's done this. This one's at 7 degrees as well, also habitable. So yeah, really cool that he's actually managed to get these things actually working around a green star. So maybe I can make a system using this strategy at some point. But yeah, just a massive thank you to Casper for sending in this simulation and sharing it with us. I think this is really, really cool. And yeah, apparently it took him quite a while to make all these. So yeah, credit where credit's due. The amount of time he put into trying to make these things. Yeah, well done. Really, really cool. And obviously, not just thanking Casper here, also a massive thank you to everyone who has ever made modded objects as well. So, Sumdum Gamer, Goomba, I'm looking at you guys as well, because you started the modding. You guys started modding in the first place. I usually only mention Sumdum Gamer, but remember, Goomba Fan, those two were the only two modders at one point on my channel. So yeah, massive shout out to them, I guess. I mean, massive thank you for obviously doing this, because maybe without them we may never have seen some of these objects we've seen today. So yeah, just a massive thanks to them. I don't even think they watch anymore. I haven't heard from either of them in quite a while. So yeah, I think they both quit, honestly. I haven't heard from them in ages. But if we just look here again, that looks like an actual green star, which is absolutely insane. But yeah, just a massive thanks to them. And also thanks to a few other guys as well, like Mr. Missalot, PDT Mark, Anonymous, to name a few. I know those three have helped me out with making objects in the past, and also being responsible for making a lot of the new breeds in the previous eras of modding as well. So yeah, we're currently in the 4th ever sort of era or generation of modded objects right now, because yeah, it's been quite a while since we've had a new breed. So yeah, I guess it's a new era with these new breeds we've seen today, like these guys here. So yeah, just it's absolutely insane how far things have come. So a massive thank you to you all. It's absolutely crazy. And yeah, 1 whole year of modding is absolutely crazy how things have gone. But yeah, without further ado, that is it for the anniversary video of modded objects. So yeah, just a massive thank you for watching. Wow, we're at half an hour. Wow, I wasn't expecting it to be this long. But yeah, just a massive thanks to everyone again. And it's absolutely crazy how far things have gone. I know I've already said it like 100 times in this video, but thank you. It is absolutely crazy. And also, without modded objects, who knows where this channel would be now. I mean, maybe I would have quit. I mean, maybe things would have run out. But modded objects have really opened up loads of new things to do in the game. So yeah, it's absolutely crazy and really cool. So yeah, just a massive thanks, guys. It is crazy. And yeah, if you like this video, let's see if we can go for 100 likes. Let's do that. 100 likes for modding on Universe Sandbox. I think I'm to my knowledge, I'm literally one of the only guys who does Universe Sandbox videos and stuff. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And I'm happy to show all these objects off as well. It's absolutely crazy. Remember, none of these, I don't claim to have made any of these. These are all made by you guys, my subscribers. So yeah, massive thanks to all of you. It's absolutely crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So just thank you. I've already said it a million times. I'll say it again. Thank you. It is crazy cool. So yeah, there we go. So yeah, that is it. So let's see if we can go for 100 likes. Let's see if we can try and push that 100 likes for modding on Universe Sandbox, because I think it deserves it. I mean, the amount of things that have been made now is crazy. There must be thousands of modded objects out there now, because I know other people who are not on my channel, who are just on the workshop, I know they can mod as well. So we're not the only community of modders, but yeah, there's other people out there. But yeah, massive thank you to everybody again. But yeah, that's enough of me doing that now. So yeah, just make sure you guys all have a great day. Subscribe if you're new, helps on the journey to 7,000 subscribers. Also a massive thank you for 6,000, what was it, 6,500 almost now? Yeah, massive thank you for that. And yeah, that is about it. So yeah, like I said, make sure you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.